Aloha, this is Santa Surfing. Welcome to Beach Broadcast. Today is Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. I want to say thank you so much. I think my husband was in tears reading one of the letters yesterday, but how somebody had survived a really horrible accident and just the kindness and the sweetness. And I think what you should do, all of you that send these gorgeous, beautiful messages, whether it's in a social media post, a Telegram chat, read it to yourself and you will find yourself crying because of the beauty of what you share. There's some that share a lot of truth. Some give me some constructive input, which I do appreciate. I just want to say thank you. Just this week. I'm a little emotional this week. I don't know why. I think it's because I do miss our president so much. But I got some really good news. But I just want to say thank you so much. And the Melania birthday card will be available on next week. On Wednesday is when it's coming in. And then there'll be direct cards. Her birthday is the 26th of April. But that's what the card will look like. She's just so beautiful. And we've noticed more people. One lady, she's so cute. She goes, Santa, I don't have any room for the Trump More mugs, but she goes, I have a lot of cabinet space. So she went ahead and she got one of each of these, or I guess she was going to order one of these Trump More mugs, which is kind of cool. So she's just going to put them in her cabinets. She says, so I could always see President Trump on Mount Rushmore. The Trump Mores are getting sent out now, and some are receiving them. And we get some emails saying they're beautiful, and I'm just saying thank you. And Rocco, the artist that has done this, has done a phenomenal job on it. So thank you so much, Rocco, on getting all of this out. And then we have our commemorative notes that the Trump cards. So we have only like a handful left of these, and then the new shipment comes in later next week. And then we have the $1 billion bill and the Space Force bill that we are stocked up on right now. Miss Sammy and I want to say thank you so much for your love and support for our show. Oh, I'm still sleep deprived, guys. My brain hurts. I'm sitting there going, there's nothing to report when all of this news is around me. I think I need to just kind of check out in my head, but there's so much I wanted to share with you because there was a Twitter account brought to my attention by David and Bonnie, and I had always been curious about it. And then now I just was reading and I was plowing through it and I was like, oh my gosh, you will be happy about this Twitter account, but I'll get to that towards the end. So I'm going to start out with what news is hitting the cycle right now. So there is a ship it's an evergreen ship. Here, let me get this video clip. And it's stuck at the Suez Canal, excuse me. And Anons are piecing this together. It's an evergreen container ship, right? Evergreen was Hillary's code name when she was at the White House. And then this Anon Titan, when do you call a plumber? Because of it's blocked, right? So it's blocked. And they're just kind of having other kind of decodes. I'm sure you're already seeing a lot of this, but look at the call sign hang on just for a second. So the call sign for the ship is HERC, H3RC. Again, it's kind of interesting. And then the tugboat coming in there is called Barack. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I just thought you'd be kind of interested in what Anons are putting together on tying this in and how is this like an indirect comm of what's going to get exposed? Again, you decide. I'm just sharing this with you. So what the news is not reporting is Hunter Biden is still, the investigation is still ongoing discreetly. And there's a mysterious Twitter account. Again, I'll get to that in just a minute. These shirts they're wearing, the immigrants are wearing, is Biden let us in. I'm sure the shirts they want to wear now is Biden let us back home. All right, because now they're kind of stuck. Biden's border crisis is horrid. Now, I am all about legal immigration, guys. I am also about having humanity, and what's happening at the border right now is incredibly inhumane. This is about a 5-minute clip that you can watch about Project Veritas able to get an insider at this detention center. It's a brand new facility in Texas, and how they were able to film some of the footage of what the detention center looks like. And they only were able to get one of the buildings, which contains 7 these are males between the age of 7 to 17. The conditions are horrid, guys. It's really, I mean, immigrants, they are humans, guys, and they are now in horrid conditions. Children are screaming because they don't want to go to these detention camps. This is Joe Biden's America, guys. He is saying, come on in, because remember, the dirty Dems, the rhinos, Joe Biden, all of these people want future voters, and that would be the immigrants, right? So he is destroying America and lives piece by piece, guys. Now this is what's really getting me a little on the, I'm just like confused. Why aren't the liberals like saying something about Joe Biden, what he's doing, right? They were all about the DREAM Act and about having these immigrants in here when President Trump was in office, and then they slammed him. Yet the conditions for President Trump's detention center was a lot more humane than what we are seeing now. So Biden is allowing tens of thousands of immigrants into America, and then they live in these conditions. The immigrants are better off in their home countries and not in America. And the outrage from the liberals right now, crickets, nothing, not one peep from them. Why isn't AOC? Why isn't she out there doing her little fake crying, right? Remember this a few years ago? Y'all know that she was in front of like a parking lot, and she was so far away from the detention center, if those were the detention centers, but it was all staged. Guys, the Democrats do these staged events. This is what our tax dollars pays for. Her going out there in white clothes. Who goes to a place where there's nothing but dirt in white clothes, right? And sitting there and crying, pretend cry, fake tears, right? She's not doing anything to help humanity, right? But why isn't she there right now doing the same thing? She won't go to the border now to see Joe Biden's border crisis. And notice how Biden isn't helping veterans, us, America's homelessness, people in America, the businesses in America, right? Oh, and wait until you hear about the taxes, what they're trying to do. To him and all the dirty Democrats and rhinos, these people that are at these detention centers are their future voters. But this clip is what is interesting. This clip was actually censored, and it was something that Tucker Carlson was reporting, and it got censored. I'm not going to play it on this because I just want to kind of share with you. You can go ahead and click on this and you can listen to it. But here's somebody, a reporter, talking to Tucker and saying, and you could hear the gunshots in the background, and that's what's being blocked, guys. There are gunshots going on at the border, guys, and that's what's scary. And remember, Grasshopper posted this headline: Joe Biden is the human trafficking president. Where's the liberal outrage, right? My gosh, I can't believe this hypocrisy. And it's just like, once the liberals come on board and say, Joe Biden, you're scum. I'm going to say that because that's a fact. You're scum of the earth, and you are doing nothing to help people. The humanity, then we know we're on the right track, right? But it's just like, I don't understand. I still read Twitter responses, and they're saying, well, he tweets really nice things. I'm thinking, what difference does he tweet? Obama, he was an eloquently spoken whatever, and he stabbed America's back, and he was selling out America, right? But this is what is created because the children are separated. The human trafficking is starting to, this is a concern now, all right? Remember the information shared about Hunter Biden's laptop contained human and sex trafficking? Joe Biden was fully aware of it. I mean, there's another story about Joe Biden and his daughter, and that's kind of sick. But because Hunter had to pay his dad a portion of what he earned, so Joe Biden knew about all of it. But this little news didn't hit the headline. It didn't make the news cycle. And I wonder why. You would have seen this all over Twitter, right? Federal probe into Hunter Biden's tax affairs reportedly moving ahead. As you read into the article, that was March 3rd of this year. And if you read ahead, they're talking about tax affairs, all right? Remember Al Capone? He ended up going to prison because of tax evasion. However, they are looking into the laptop. And in here, it even says, the investigation also involves a laptop belonging to the president's son, which was the first reported, it was first reported by the Post in a series of exposés that contained communication and documents surrounding his business dealings in China and Ukraine. Documents retrieved from the laptop also linked Biden to those deals, guys. That's what the news isn't sharing with you because they want you to be all depressed, right? And if they shared this kind of news and if they shared this ongoing investigation, I could tell you right now, guys, you'd be dancing every day. Now, yesterday, the vibe was good. The day before, the vibe was good. And then now it's just like, oh my gosh, come on, guys, we need to rally up. I get myself caught up in the emotions as well. And, I talked to my husband about it. He's like, just take a little break. So that's a big, big bomb, guys, that the news is totally suppressing. And instead, they're focusing on other things, right? What happened to Andrew Cuomo's, all of those victims, right, for sexual harassment? What about the scandal, the nursing home scandal? That news, they're squashing all the stories. The shooter, my gosh, again, I believe it's a false flag. But if there were people that were injured from it, my gosh, the families of the people. And do you notice they squashed that story once they learned the person, the shooter, was not a white male MAGA Trump supporter? He was a Trump hater, right? And then all of a sudden they're squashing that story and they're suddenly making it the guns problem. Now, and that's what's really kind of confusing me. It's like, come on, let's, I just wish this part of the movie was over. I really do, but I understand it has to be this way. So no wonder Dan Scavino posted this a few days ago about help is on the way. He wants to give assurances to the Border Patrol that they're not being overlooked. Here's a video of what Dan Scavino did post for the Border Patrol to give them some support. Remember, our First Lady, our beautiful, stunning Melania Trump First Lady, made several trips to visit the children at the border when President Trump was in office. She went to Arizona and she went to Texas, and she did unexpected trips too. She wasn't afraid to face the children and the conditions at the detention centers under the Trump administration, right? But where's the fake Dr. Jill Biden, and where's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, even AOC? They're not visiting Joe's border detention centers, and one has to ask, why? Is it that horror that they can't be seen? Does it not fit the fake news narrative, right? Of course, we all know the answer, but that's what I'm seeing is that the hypocrisy. I think that's what's eating up, it's gnawing at me. It's like, argh. Okay, so then I don't know. My husband says, don't get so wrapped up in all of the emotions. I'm like, I can't help it, honey. This is the way I am. This is the way God created me. And I took a little time away because I was reading more comments, and I'm sitting there thinking, there's still some people that are just not, you're losing some hope, right? One day you're good, and the next day it's maybe something you read that wants you to feel depressed, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Santa, and oh my gosh, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart, guys. And so I prayed, and I was like, dear Lord, I need an answer. I need something. And then Bonnie and David, they don't have a channel yet. They're trying to figure it out. Me too. I don't know how to set up a channel. People set it up for me. However, they reached out to me every day, and they always drop a lot of things, and I read their posts, and I'm going to share this, guys. Oh my gosh, did they find a nugget? Now, we know Dan Scavino has tweeted this. We know that this account also loves Cat Turd. And Cat Turd, who is Cat Turd? He's this hilarious account on Twitter that survived the Twitter suspensions, all right? So kudos to you, Cat Turd. But Il Donaldo Trumpo. You guys have to have an open mind when you read this, and some of it, this account, whoever's managing this account, is dropping truth bombs and hilarious tweets. All right, some like this. Spanish show word of the day: twerk. Now that Joe put Kamala in charge of El Border, she better get to work and get twerk. So I'm gonna take your hand and I'm gonna swing your hands and we're gonna skip down this account because oh my gosh, okay, there's a cat turd. Oh, look at that, Il Donaldo Trumpo. Now we have, of course, there's the one, Jenna Ellis, the attorney, President Trump's attorney. I love that Il Donaldo Trumpo retweets me as much as real Donald Trump did. Coincidence? I think not, fellow patriots. Shika-boom! Shika-boom! And after this show, Sammy and I are going to hightail it to a library and try to open up another Twitter account and see if we can get in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go Sammy. Uh-huh. Go Sammy. Uh-huh. Yeah, and the Faulkner flub here yesterday when she's like, well, she's asking a question and he's like, well, you invited me. There's cat turd. So yeah, and then we have, this account is dropping bombs, and I honestly believe if this is, now I believe it is somebody on the Trump team putting this together. But it's, oh my gosh, you have to have an open mind, all right? Because some of the stuff in there is a little, little crass. I will just say that. But so he's like this: way to give it to the corrupto democratas, mi carrizo. You re-invited to Mexico fiesta when we hit 100,000. Don't forget Las Margaritas. Okay, there's a couple of videos they posted about memes of Ted Cruz dancing, having a big beach dance party. I'm so excited, guys. They're having a big beach dance party over in Cancun. All right, now, so he's like, buenas noches, patriotos. Hug that beautiful familia. You remind them you love them very mucho. You are mi familia, and I love you very much. I'm going to start crying. I did cry last night, David and Bonnie. Oh, my gosh. What I want to know, El Presidento never gets pushed around by El Wind because I am the freaking storm. Oh, my God. I love it. I love that this account, whoever he is, says writing this. At a time of national mourning, El Presidente always stand right in front of his people and leads. You can't do that by hiding in El basement all day, Joe. Either lead, follow, or get out of the freaking way, right? So, yes, and there's our president, our boss man, holding on to our patriot. It's just, he loves us so much. And look at, so, yeah. And he's posting stuff like this. Benicio word of the day: pizza sheets. Since El Shooter is not white, the pizza sheets call it gun violence. I really like this one. Whenever a lib posts something on our new social media, other libs will have to click on 50 fact checking. Warnings. People are reading El Posto, and when they finally get to El Posto, they will get permanently banned for being libs. Oh my gosh. And then he's running, still waiting for AOC to go cry and take photo outside what immigrantes call Las Herald. I can't speak Spanish, guys, so which means coolers or ice chests. These are not gas station burritos you wrap up in aluminum foil, Joe. They are human beings that need to go back home. Jacko is now under a lot of pressure to reinstate the best Twitter accounto ever, which is this one. TikTok, you pizza Cheeto. Oh my God. You want to feel good, you go to this account, guys. All right? Democrats, start drafting impeachment papers. Me morning insurrection was huge. Guys, this was huge. Happy Freedom Fiesta Fun Day. He talks a lot about Freedom Fiesta. Patriots, enjoy La Freedom Fiesta. Enjoy yourself-o. Enjoy your friends-o. And enjoy your familia. We're all familia. Fiesta! And then he shares this. This one had me in tears. The most precious blessing in the world is the love of a child. My life begins and ends with me, Hio. Happy birthday, mijo. Your papa loves you with all of his hearto. Some of this is a kind of like a little quasi-adult content here, but looks like El Wind is in our favor today. And then there's some really good stuff here. Hang on. This is like a pretend text messaging. Vladimir Putin, if this is real president, tell me our secret code. Epstein didn't didn't like to hang by himself. I miss you, my friend. Your new president is a joke, like Bambi. I miss you texting me your horrible jokes all day. And then, your president looks so old he got slapped by Adam for sniffing Eve. Did you hear Kim didn't even pick up El phone? And then Putin, they tried calling me too. I told my people to answer, yes, this is Burisma. How may I help you? He's replying to Mike Pompeo. Miguel Pompeo, you've always been me most trusted confidante and me most loyal Sancho Panza. You are an amazing human being, and the world is a better place because you live in it. I love you, Miguel Pompeo. I love you. Oh. This one is really cool. One of these days, Donald J. Trump, real Donald Trump, I'm back, Mitches. Okay, this is a meme, but this account is okay. There's some bombs in these, some of these posts, and apparently he got suspended for a little bit. Why does Twitter block Il Presidento from liking Patriotos? Some awesome comments. Do you have a short supply of little like Hartos? You Twitter piece of shit. I can't say it. Oh my God. And then he wrote this. This is about the Dan Scavino post. Real men don't run from their responsibilities, Joe. They run towards them. Look at this beautiful sharko ready to eat snowflakes for breakfasto. I encourage you, if you want just nothing but laughter and reading some truth bombs, just go to, I would highly encourage you to go to that account and spend the whole day there if you need to. It's hilarious. And the comments. This account, if it is our boss, man, I just so totally dig it. Look what he's doing. Somebody wrote, I love you, Il Donaldo Trumpo. I love you, Miss Sly. Her name was Sly. And then much love to our Presidente. We miss the real Presidente. US of A is a mess. And he wrote, goodness shall prevail, Karen. Me, Karen. All right. And then he posted, Buenas noches, Patriots. Hug that beautiful familia. Remind them how much you love them. I love you. This is great. Anyone who thinks my story is anywhere near over is sadly mistaken. Donald J. Trump. All right. Then he tweeted this. Worst president in history. Now, Gematria decoders, you're salivating over this one, right? I did this is one that really resonated with me. Based on what's going on right now, this tweet, the worst president in this, like with this lower P. So what we do in Gematria Decode, guys, is we take all the capital letters and we put it into a calculator, and it comes up with a different, like thousands or hundreds of different kinds of interpretations. But this is the one that caught my attention. I miss being with you so much. Oh, we miss you, our boss man. We so miss you. My gosh, I just so want. And then here's one where he posted this. Since El Shooter is the word of the day was pizza sheets. El Shooter is not white. The pizza sheets call it gun violence, right? I have to laugh about this. American Schmitty wrote this. El Presidente, please tell me everything is going to be okay. I'm starting to lose hope. He writes, never lose hope. Log off for a while and clear your mind. It's funny, too, because that's exactly what Angel Anon recommends to me. I just want to say this is such a great account. I really miss our president so much. I'm sorry I'm getting all emotional right now, but he is just getting rested and prepared, and he is having a little bit of fun. If that is him or his team handling that truth bomb Twitter account, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. He misses us, but we sure miss him. So I like to do what we did last year. Remember what we did last year? But I kind of tweaked out all the kinks last year. I was still new at it. I like to do your 10-second videos to send to him. So if you click on this link right here, it will take you to what it looks like this. And all you do is you drag and drop your file right here. So you find your file, drag it and drop it. It's only going to allow like up to 10, 11 seconds. If it's longer than that, it's not going to allow it in here. So you got to keep kind of altering your video so it can get to that. And then you just say, do you approve that we can go ahead and post it on YouTube, Rumble, Telegram, because I am going to share this. And then we just want need your email information and then hit submit button. This is completely confidential. We really miss our boss, man. I know I do. I don't know why I'm so emotional today, guys. I woke up feeling this way, but I do miss you, President Trump. And please send your video clip in there and we'll put it together. I'm going to work on it this weekend and put it all together. And then I get it out there as often as I'm ready. Last time I kind of rushed it, so this time I'm going to take my time. And since YouTube is conservative, I'm going to post them on YouTube, because last year YouTube took those videos down, calling it hate speech when it was nothing but love. And I just want all of us to share our love to President Trump, because he misses us and we miss him. God bless you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'll have a show tomorrow. Aloha.